Fellow students and ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. I am Pratigya Mathur, student and research assistant at IIT Bombay, and on behalf of the organizing team, I would like to welcome you to this workshop on cell tower and mobile radiation hazards and solutions organized by Professor Girish Kumar. I would also like to invite Dr. Pandey to please come up the stage and please share a few.
It's very nice to see such a large gathering today on Sunday in the morning to talk about this important topic. Cell phones are here to stay. There are millions of cell phones in India, but their use can be made safe, and that perhaps is the goal of this workshop. IIT Bombay is very happy to host this workshop, and we welcome all of you here.
Let's see here, cell phones have several advantages, but it has advantages. It has a microwave radiation and which has several harmful effects. Because of the microwave radiation, the harmful effect can be classified in two ways, thermal and non-thermal. Now the current exposure most of the time depend upon the thermal effect which are not adequate. However, non-thermal effects are at least few times more harmful than thermal effect. Now before I proceed further, I would like to mention very simple thing. That is, what's the difference between sun heating and microwave heating? We always say, oh, that much heat is generated through the sun. So you are exposed to the sun, you are getting heated. But what about the microwave? In the case of sun, it is nothing but outside to inside heating. And it's nothing but a skin heating. So basically the sun rays would heat the skin of our body. And depending upon how much time you are there out in the open, you are absorbing that sun heat. So your body starts sweating. So you sweat it out. But what happens in the microwave oven? In this particular case, actually microwave energy penetrates the body. It actually goes inside. It goes deep inside the skin. It goes deep inside the brain tissues. It goes inside the entire body. And when it goes there, it is inside to outside it. Even in a microwave oven, if you cook food, it is not that the surface of the food is getting cooked. It actually goes inside, is the water molecule in the food which gets heated. And that is what then heats around the body. Try cooking a dry food and you will understand what I am trying to tell you. So this heating is an internal heating and heat gets trapped. So our body, as I said, so the whole thing goes in, heats the things here, and our blood, our liquid, our fat, and all those things are getting heated up, and there is no escape for that heat to come out, and these things remain trapped inside. So let's see here, what are the standards? So if you see the different things here, because what they are saying, as the time increases, your maximum allowed density should keep on decreasing. Again, a very surprising thing. They all talk about, say, 2-hour exposure or 8-hour exposure. Nobody is really talking about 24-hour exposure. And when you live close to the cell tower, you are exposing or getting to that particular thing 24 hours a day. So that's the difference. And we must understand the time along with the power concept. You can't isolate the two things from each other. Suppose you put 1 cup of water in a microwave oven. How much time does it take to heat it? Just about 1 minute, right? Roughly. So I have the time 70 seconds. There is a reason, because the room temperature is 30 degrees centigrade. Boiling temperature is 100 degrees centigrade. So in about 70 seconds, the temperature goes up from 30 degrees centigrade to 100 degrees centigrade, means 70 seconds, 70 degrees. So that means in 1 second, 1 degree centigrade. There are reasons for Wi-Fi why they are not getting so much baked right now, but they will get baked, because most of the Wi-Fi standards, let me tell you, there are 3 standards for Wi-Fi. One standard is where they transmit 10 milliwatt of power. Second standard is where they transmit 100 milliwatt of power. Third standard is where they are transmitting 1 watt of power. And the difference between the 3, I'll tell you, is also, if it is a 10 milliwatt transmitted power, most of the time your communication is going to be either in that room or maybe immediate next room. If it is a 100 milliwatt power, then it is going to be next to next room. If it is a 1000 milliwatt or 1 watt power, it is going to the next thing. And again, I mentioned very clearly, don't look at a power only at one time, power multiplied by time. So even those people in the office here, they have to see what is that Wi-Fi transmitted power. If it is 10 milliwatt compared to 1 watt, well, it is 100 times less power. So you would need 100 times more power. So since it is everything is energy, energy is power multiplied by time. So the microwave power is 500 watt typically. If you see the microwave oven, their typical rating is 700 watt to about 1 kilowatt. Their efficiency is about 60% at magnetic. So 700 into 60% is 420 watt, and for 1 kilowatt, 60% is 600. So I've taken an average of 500 watt. So that means now look at the energy term. So instead of 500 watt, 1 second, if it is 1 watt, it will take 500 seconds. And I'm sure you would have observed that if you cook food in a microwave oven, instead of putting on a high power, suppose if that takes 1 minute, if you put on the lowest power, it will take that much longer time. But water is going to get cooked. And if you are from the older generation, you will understand it's a birbal ki khichdi, right? Ek din to pakne wali hai, okay? So that is what it is. It is all energy, which is important, power multiplied by time. And a lot of time people talk about non-ionizing radiation, ionizing radiation. Well, I can tell you that ionizing radiation frequency is very high. So there what happens, that effect is almost very fast, immediate. But when it is a non-ionizing radiation, which has a relatively lesser energy or lesser power, it will take longer time. So it's always energy. Please remember, it's energy which is important, which is what is going to get absorbed in our body or which is going to get absorbed in the food to cook the things. Before I proceed further, I want to ask a very, very simple question to the audience. If you use your mobile phone for more than 20 minutes or so, have you ever experienced your ear gets warm? So can you please raise your hand if you have experienced, please see that. So, right. So what this ear is getting warm? It's a very simple thing, that there is a microwave radiation, and the way these mobile phones are designed, I'm an antenna person, okay? So the way these things are designed, it's basically has a radiation going in all the direction. So when we keep this phone right next to our ear, so it's the ear which is the nearest thing to that microwave radiation. It is not just only the far field, it is the near field which is interacting. And it is actually, there are studies, there are research which are reported by various people, and I have checked those calculations, that if you use for 20 minutes plus, that earlobe temperature goes up by 1 degree centigrade. In fact, you had heard in the video, they actually said 2 degrees centigrade, but I am still saying 1 degree centigrade. Okay, in 1 degree centigrade now, our body temperature is 98.4 degree Fahrenheit. You add 1 degree centigrade, which is 1.8 degree Fahrenheit, so you have 100.2 degree fever. And it's a very strange, I was reading through a lot of these biological things, that our brain does not realize that our ear is getting cooked. Our brain does not realize our brain is getting cooked, because God made our body. Sensors were put in the skin here. So when something happens here, you feel that brain sends a signal. And if we have people who are from microcontroller background, see, microcontroller does not have a sensor. It relies on the external temperature sensor and the pressure sensor and so on. It senses that and tells you whether temperature has gone up or not. So in this particular case, our lobes get there, and ear is the first thing. So what happens? It starts with the heating of the earlobe. So that is where it is. Then after that, it starts also penetrating the brain. The next is the skin. So the skin starts getting dried up. So if the moisture of the skin goes up, so what are you going to experience? Well, you are going to get older faster. You are going to catch those wrinkles faster. Then eyes are next to it. So eyes, this liquid where it is suspending, that will start getting dried up slowly, slowly and slowly. Then it penetrates the brain, and in that particular thing, it starts heating up the brain tissues. And then when the brain tissues are getting heated up,